Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
All praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere Akim teaching and truth and sincerity. Hey, I'm just gonna say, what a time to be alive, man. What a great time to be alive. We just got a couple more.
Hey. Allah, how was my side?
Just bring it up, man.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16, thou art filled with shame for glory.
America, shame for glory, your true intents, your wicked motives. Now, everybody knows that you are Satan. Everybody knows you're the devil. Right? You say one thing, you do another thing. Right? So your wicked has been exposed, and most importantly, how you did the Israelites. So you have a great judgment to receive from Yahweh Shah for being a fucking wicked, man.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin
Drink what? Hey, let what now?
drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
Your foreskin meaning what you're seeing, your shame, all your wicked deeds are being uncovered. Right? You got the three witnesses. You got the northern kingdom, you got the southern kingdom as prophets, and you got these whistleblowers. So everything that you have been hiding has been revealed via the Spirit. And the reason why it's coming out so plenteous is because it's your time to us, it's your time to go down. Your time is coming to an end. Go ahead, bro.
The cup of the Lord right hand shall be turned unto thee.
Right, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall come unto you. So, hey, what you gave out, now you about to receive. Okay? Hey, you live on a motto, you live, now you finna get it out, you live. Right? You was always running with the gun, now you about to die by the gun. Hey, here's Revelation 10, bro. Go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare.
Right, Esau has been made bare, utilizing the prophets and that third witness, the whistleblowers. Right, and it's all plastered on YouTube and all these alternative news medias, man. Everybody knows how you be down. History's coming back on how you used to do Jake. Right now, we know that you worship Satan, you eat kids, you rape children, then you kill them and you eat them. Everything you've been doing is being exposed. You are being made better, and that's what happens when you're approaching your end. Go ahead.
It's like we're in those prophetic times, like within a movie. Everybody see who the bad guy is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not weird then, like, man, he's the bad guy the whole time, man. And that's how you know the wicked being revealed in this day and time. Like, everybody's pouring out the small hats. Everybody.
I know y'all saying that with the Marine said we ain't going to war with
Yeah,
Israel.
we're not fighting for Israel. We're not sending our sons and daughters to Israel.
Amalek being, like you say, Amalek being isolated, remember? Because Esau was the wicked, and within Esau is Amalek, it's the mastermind behind all these things.
Yeah.
So we see more of these different patriotic Edomites, what they call America, the United States of Israel,
Yeah.
the United States of the Jews. You know, so a lot of people see like really the Ish people really been infiltrating to this American society and politics for many decades now. You know? So now it's just coming out to the forefront. Like we was talking about earlier with Netanyahu back in the 50s, 60s, or whatever.
Yeah.
He's been talking about Iran having military
Since the fucking 90s.
taking down the Islamic regime.
Every 6 months. From 1990 something all the way to 2026. Right? This nigga been talking about they got weapons of mass destruction. Right? And then another thing too, now Jake is saying, no, not Jake, but the so-called Americans is what telling Trump's now send your son over there. Because this nigga out there talking about how, yes, a lot of people are gonna die, but send your son out there.
Hey, now how ironic is it that back in 1980, they had an interview with Trump, man, and he was talking about, that Americans, the army needs to go into Iran because they were holding, some American hostages and shit. That's when Iran had let the Jakes out, but they kept some of the Edomites.
1970.
Yeah, the interview was in 80. And I think that transpired in 79. But that's been 40 plus years. And then Nahu, what he been saying, he been wanting to make this happen for 40 years. So is that a coincidence? No, man. It has also shown that these presidents over in America, they selected, man. All this transpired. We know it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but for these two to have that same mindset at this present time, it was the will of the Lord, man. That's why these things are happening, man.
Yeah. They all show their allegiance to Israel. That's, oh, my bad, man. This on that.
Back in Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau barren.
Like you've been made barren. Your end is near. Go ahead.
I have uncovered his secret places.
Right, your secret places. So we know all your secrets. The Illuminati is not so secret anymore. Your strength was in your secrets. Now the Most High has unveiled that. Now you're about to reap what you sowed. Go ahead, bro.
And he should not be able to hide himself.
Right, you should not be able to hide yourself no matter where you run, no matter wherever you go. Everybody's going to know that you are the wicked, and most importantly, you are Edomite.
You all trying to disguise himself as the Egyptians,
Yeah.
The Israelites.
That's right.
So now you being that fugitive. You know how they show back in the movies back in like the 90s, like when somebody running from the police or whatever, they go to those gas stations, and they see they actually face on the TV.
That wanted post.
Yeah, that wanted, So now you've been found wanted,
Yeah. The Fugitive.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
Fugitive.
you go.
That was a great movie. Bro, I used to like that when you were little. Go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 8, verse 17. For nothing in secret that shall not be made manifest.
Ain't nothing is secret. Hey, everything is out in the open, right? Everything is out in the open. That the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are who? The Israelites. The so-called white people, based on the lineage of their fathers, who goes back to Esau, they're the Edomites. And most importantly, how you're trying to pursue a new world order. That's what the invasion of Iran is all about. Pursuing a new world order. Hence the terminology of Albert Pike. World War I. What was it about? Yeah, what was WW1 about? What was World War I about?
Taking down the monarch.
That's right, taking down the monarchs. Right, getting the money from the czars. Right, WW2, adding communism to Germany, as well as establishing Israel as a state. And then World War III, the development of the New World Order under a digital system. That's in the manifesto of Albert Pike. All you gotta do is look it up. Yes, sir.
The monarchy was really going back to Jake.
That's right. Those czars was Jake.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You got it, bro.
Hey, Spirit, get on.
Neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
Everything is out in the open. You from Alabama, right? Y'all like them old blues, huh? Everything out in the open, man. Johnny, that's right. Hey, go to second year. What you got, bro? Yeah.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, starting at verse.
Hey, you.
Starting at verse 9.
You will be.
If any, Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Huh?
Revelation chapter 13,
Y'all
verse 9.
can't say, man. Bro, man, y'all gotta give me back, man.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Hey, me hello like this.
Back in Revelation 13, verse 9.
Prophesy to the winds.
I should just read and broke it down. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Hey, from a spiritual sense, go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into
He
captivity.
that leads in captivity shall go into captivity. That's the Edomites. Right? So they're going into captivity, and we're seeing the beginning of their downfall. The Most High expose you first before he brings that judgment. Now let's go to second Ezra.
And that's why he tried to take down or had the fact that the slaves over the transatlantic slave trade came over here by way of the cargo ships, man. He's trying to take it out the book because this prophecy right here highlights him, man. So he's trying to once again be that fugitive and hide and duck his head. But there's no running from your past, man.
That's right.
It's catching up to you. Now you being the spotlight is on, so to speak. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And he that kills with the sword, he that kills with the gun must be killed with the gun.
And how does devil achieve everything he's done, man? By way of what? His sword.
That's right.
In some shape, form, or fashion, man.
Oh, I got the AC on. Go ahead, bro.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Yeah, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Hey, if this ain't real, we don't got nothing else to live for. Right? So we know the base is coming. So all we got to do is just keep patience, keep our faith, and through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. Bros, we just got a couple more laps. A couple more laps until we make it to the finish line. Let's go to second lesson.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 20.
You know what? Let's start at verse 7.
Starting at verse 7. Therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
Right, I will hold my tongue no more touching their wickedness. Now, what's the tongue of the Most High? Get Hosea 12 and 16. Hosea 12 and 16.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 12.
Don't get me
Chapter 12, verse 16. Book of Hosea, chapter 12, verse 16.
Well, see, he's skipping. Hosea 12 and 16. Read that back. Read it.
I got you. Right. Hosea 12 and 10.
Hosea 12 and 10. Slaki.
I got you. I have also spoken by the prophets and have multiplied visions and used similar tools by the ministry of the prophets.
So the tongue of the Most High are the prophets. Point blank period. Point blank period. Go ahead, bro.
This second Ezra chapter 12, 15, verse 8. Right. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
So now you see the exposure of Esau. Go ahead.
Which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things.
Right, and what kind of things they do? All these satanic rituals, man. These sex orgies, these sacrifices, like drinking blood, drinking semen, all type of left-handed madness. This is what they are into. Go ahead, bro.
Even that first strike against that little elementary school little girl, there was a sacrifice to Baal.
That's right, bro.
You know,
that's right.
That's what these devils about. Because going to February 28th, we had 6 players in line. The night that they struck, we had 6 players in line. Then you got the blood moon this month. Right. Then this is March, which is the month of Mars, the Roman god of war. Yep. So this devil, this nigga made a move based off his astrologers, but they led that nigga wrong. You see, they led that nigga wrong. He fell into their trap that the Lord promised he would lay for Babylon, man.
Now you stuck in a place you can't leave. You done got on a scary ride and you can't get off. Nah. You know? Go ahead, bro. Yeah, that was it, bro. But she had a free. Go ahead, bro.
And this Isaiah 47 and 12 in NLT. Now use your magical charms, use the spells you have
witches, your warlocks, right? So they come in the stead of the ancient Chaldeans, right? And if you know anything about the Chaldeans, they were really locked into astrology. So they based their predictions from the planetary alignment and from the constellations as well. That's what Esau still do today. He got that behavior from the ancient Chaldeans. Go ahead, bro.
Now use your magical charms.
Right, and these are the same magical charms that are instructing you to do what? To invade Iran, to do this, to do that. This is left-handed worship of the Most on the left-hand side.
Use the spells you have worked it all these years.
Go ahead.
Maybe they will do you some good.
Right, so the inception of America was created off of witchcraft. Right, go ahead.
It says maybe they can make someone afraid of you. All the advice you receive has made you tired.
Right, because at first these other nations did fear you. Right, but now everybody sees that the bully is not so big anymore. The bully is not so bad anymore. Just like when we were coming over, Ma, you remember back in the day, you had a bully. All you had to do was see one person trying to fight. That's gonna motivate everybody else, and he won't take shit from nobody else.
If I can add to it, just like the other nations who are joined unto, you know what I'm saying, like Iran and Russia, everything. When they see, like say, that one bully get stood up to, the ones he's been bullying gonna be ready to jump in and help him, man. So they gonna all come together and they gonna tear his ass up.
It says Where are all your astrologers, those stargazers who make predictions each month?
Go ahead.
Let them stand up and save you from what the future holds.
Right. So, and ultimately, they're going to leave them. Meaning what? These left-handed angels, they're going to stop communion with the elite. They're going to leave them stuck and fucked. Right? And this is the real love of the Most High. So they're going to bring them to a certain point, and then they're going to just disconnect from communing with them. And that's spoken of in Isaiah the 47th chapter. Right here.
Real quick insert. Proverbs 24:6. For by wise counsel thou shalt make thy war, and in multitude of counsels there is safety.
Break that down.
So on the left hand side, there's quote unquote wise counsel, and that's what your warlocks. That's what your mediums. That's what you have like a consultant who are connected as a they have conduits to the spirit world. All right, to consult them and give them insight on what's the next move. Now you go into the we have on the right hand side where you have the high priest. All right, and they will consult the Most High to determine the next move against the Philistines. All right, but guess what? The Egyptians had that on the left hand side. The Babylonians had that on the. You don't think that the modern day Chaldeans don't have that?
Right.
All right, so that's why I brought out that scripture. All right, wise counsel is made before war. So they have on the left hand side, the Chaldeans, they have their counsel before war, because you was going into the witches and all that. That's right. The demons, they consult those demons.
That's it. That's it. Go back to
It's back in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 8. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried out unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
That setting is in the spiritual.
Behold, excuse me. And therefore, said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Okay. Verse 20, behold, said Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I will call together all the kings of the earth to revenge me.
This is detailing what? WW3. Somebody get Joel 3 and 1. Right? This is going into WW3. Now, this is what we're in the midst of. Hey, we really have just 3 prophecies left. Jacob's trouble, which we're in the midst of, WW3, which we are in the midst of, and also the chip, which we're in the midst of. We're just waiting for the mandate of that, and then sooner or later it will be over.
If I can say this,
yeah, go ahead, bro.
Everybody's doing this at the register.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Gradually.
And this war can set up that digital infrastructure. It's going to do it. Because what people don't understand is by already in those GCC countries and things of that nature, you're messing up the economy of America too. So all that shit is interlocked simultaneously. Go ahead, bro. Anybody got Joel 3? Go ahead, bro.
This is Joel 3 and 1. It says, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah.
Meaning what? The deliverance of the elect. Start with the 144,000. Go ahead.
And Jerusalem.
Right.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahweh Shabbat.
Right. Yahweh's judgment. And that setting is in the Middle East. Go ahead, bro.
And will plead with them.
Judge them. That's what plead means in the Hebrew. Go ahead.
It says, I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
Right. So these other nations is going to be judged for what they did to the Israelites and all these other wicked deeds that they exercised too.
Controversy of Zion.
For the controversy of Zion.
Hey, and if I can say, because me and Elder just kind of spoke into that, man, this is showing that the Lord's words are faithful and true, man, because he's gathering these nations already over in the East, man. Then you got these other nations who are being drawn to him to take their sides, man, whether it's going to be with the U.S. or Iran, man. So the Lord has got, he's fulfilling prophecy over here in the East. He's fulfilling prophecy over here in the West. He's putting everything, every piece in place, man. Because it's going to be simultaneously where everything just going to bombard, man, and that chip going to come through, and it's going to be on, man.
And I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. Okay, Russia's not going to win. America's not going to win. Iran is not going to win. Yahweh Shah's going to win.
Everybody else is pun.
Right? All y'all motherfuckers are puns, man.
Hey, Elder, I just did a video, prolonged war will crash the economy. Man, it's taxing.
Yes, sir.
Warfare is taxing.
Right.
Even in the ancient world, you have to have an army, you have to feed the army. You know what I mean?
And that's why they talk about putting boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Because the airstrikes ain't doing them, right? So when you put boots on the ground, there's more taxation because you got to feed them, you got to also supply them, also shelter them, create bases and things of that nature. They gonna die.
You can't. If the boots on the ground, this gonna be the hardest ever for America to put boots on the ground, because they don't have no air superiority. Then going to like your point earlier, all the nations will side with Russia and China and Iran, because think about it, the way Iran played it, he showed the world, nigga, America can't protect nobody.
Right.
Because America's whole dominance was, look, let us set up shop in your country and we protect you.
Right.
So Iran is breaking that veil, like he's showing these Gulf Arab nations, America can't protect y'all. And guess who they on the phone with begging for help? Putin.
Right.
They on the phone with Putin. It
Right.
used to be America that
Right.
used to have to run to
Right.
get this nigga off me. But now everybody trying to see what Putin gonna do.
Hey, that's beautiful, bro. Because these what they call it, your missile defense systems,
Yeah.
they're not working. The THAAD, the Patriot.
David
They
Swing.
right, and then you got what Qatar, you got Kuwait. All of these motherfuckers are sitting ducks in their desert. So basically, they don't have clean water and things of that nature. So you got the Strait of Hormuz, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Zipporah, which controls 20% of oil. So now that shit is shut down. But guess what? Those GCC countries, they need food as well.
Like 90%.
They're right.
Without that, Hormuz.
Right. So 60 to 90% of their food supply is relied from through that Strait of Hormuz. So they're gonna starve them out.
Dubai, they said Dubai got over 10 days left of food. Yeah, because it was money. And that's another thing, because see, America like to beat their chest as the empire, but guess what? If you the empire, you're supposed to be able to guarantee free movement of merchandise and security.
Right.
And Iran showing they can't do neither one. So why y'all keep respecting these niggas like an empire?
Right.
And then they showing the world, because like you said, them THAADs. So now they got to take those THAADs from the South Pacific Sea, because they got THAADs over there protecting South Korea from North Korea, and then they got them systems over there with Taiwan protecting Taiwan from China. But now they gotta go get all that shit and move it to the Middle East.
Right.
So if you're South Korea and Taiwan, it's like, well, goddamn, you're not gonna leave with that.
See, that's what Saudi Arabia is saying.
Yeah.
That's right. And then Iran is so fucking smart. They utilizing the cheap shit. The drones that cause up to what 20 to 50,000. What's it called? And it means what? Witness. It means witness. So basically, they're shooting those cheap ass drones. So meanwhile, America is using their $1 million missiles to stop a $50,000 weapon. So you're running out of artillery, and now they're about to send in what's that missile? Not the ballistic. That now they're finna send in the hypersonic missiles, because basically they're depleted over there. So now the hypersonic missiles will destroy. It will actually cause much more damage than those ballistic missiles. And this is all by design.
And with everything brother done said, you Americans are gonna start suffering, man. It's gonna start draining the Americans, man. Man, gas went up, goddamn, down there 70 cents in 2 days. I was like, God damn.
We ain't seen that.
Exactly. So it's gonna get worse, man. Groceries gonna start going up, man. And not only the shit gonna be going up, shit is gonna start being limited, man. So that's gonna cause, you know what I'm saying, outcry and chaos in America, man. Because what's gonna happen to, let's just say a baby so used to having a pacifier, man, accustomed to it, to keep it calm, to keep it cool. But you take that pacifier for that baby's gonna go hate shit, man. Screaming, crying, and hollering because it has been catered to and comforted with that pacifier. But America has been pacified for so long. When the pacifiers finally snap away from it, you know, people are gonna go into a panic, man. You know what I'm saying? And everything is like a cause and effect, man. So this war in Iran is finna cause an effect in America. America been fucked up, but they're finna be more fucked up. America's already been deemed a third world country. So it's only finna get worse, man.
I think about obviously like America, they bomb all these different countries over the year. Like was Syria, Palestine, Yemen,
Gaza,
Nigeria, different Somalia.
Yeah.
So when they got to what they did to Venezuela, so they thought they could do the same thing, bring that same momentum to Iran. you see what happened, man. What Trump said the first few days, like it's gonna last just the first few days.
Yeah.
Now they pushing it what to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So you can't do the same type of drastic measures that you did to those other countries to big boy Iran now. You know?
See, I've been saying it for years, man.
Right,
Still.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to think about what Vladimir Lenin said there's decades when nothing happened, then there's weeks when decades happen.
And then you got this Japanese or Chinese professor, what's his name?
Mr. John.
Yeah. Hey, that nigga got this topic. It's actually the dynamics called asymmetry, which it goes into ultimately like how an empire is destroyed by a smaller entity. He said you seen it when how Alexander did the Persians. You saw it when how Rome did Greece, and it's the same thing what Iran going to do to America. But they're not speculating Yahweh Shah coming back. You know what I'm saying? Your 144,000. 144,000 is a small number, so that is another example of asymmetry.
Well, hey, every great athlete started out almost damn near like a infiltrator.
Yeah.
Yep. Michael Jordan wasn't great in the 80s.
Nah.
You know what I mean? He was amongst older basketball players. He was sitting on the bleachers right with him. Yeah. Kobe, it was 18.
Yeah.
And they was looking at him like,
Yeah.
they got air balls. Yeah. So the ones for the 4,000, we on these highways and the byways, and we're like Kobe in his first year.
Yeah.
Jordan his first year in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron his first year in the NBA. You see? And nobody knows the little guys about to take down the big guys. All right, but I Googled while we were talking about the missiles. How much does it cost to fire a missile? How much does it cost to fire a missile? It says cost breakdown by system. That missile, over $12.8 million per shot.
Per shot.
Per shot.
For a $50,000 drone.
Yeah.
Hey, again, also that vehicle that's maneuvering, that's like what, $1 billion? How much is that?
Yep.
That's like $1 billion. The damn thing that takes the system itself is like $1 billion. So you're using $1 million equipment, $1 billion equipment for 50,000 drones, $50,000 drones.
And they only got 11 of those fast systems.
But guess how many drones Iran got? They said over 80,000. That's bullshit.
Yeah. Don't nobody know.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
finding out together. Everybody's finding out together.
Right.
All right. So you good. That missile, over $12.8 million per shot. Patriot missile, more than $3 million to $4 million per shot. Iron Dome, 20,000 to 100,000 per interceptor. The little interceptor, yeah. Stinger missile, approximately 480,000. It says carrier strike group, over 25 million a day to operate.
And it takes time to make that shit. It takes time because they say Iran can make them fucking drones 500 per day, but it's gonna take some time to fucking create the missiles and shit like that. You know? Okay.
That was it.
Oh, I got you, bro. I got you.
That's clear. CJ brought it out. This from Google AI overview. It says the U.S.-Iran conflict, Operation Epic Fury, that began on February 28, 2026, has already cost roughly $2 billion in military equipment losses within the first 4 days.
War is costly. War is costing, just like Priest was saying, Priest Lamar, the people is going to suffer, man. The people is going to suffer.
That's all taxpayer money.
Yes, exactly, bro.
Taxpayer money is paying for all this shit. For all the weapons to Israel, for all the weapons to Ukraine, for all these coups that we see, kidnapping with Darrow. That's the taxpayers paying for that. That's why these billionaires say rich, they don't pay for shit.
Hey, even the drug epidemic.
Yeah.
That was like crack cocaine. That's for the war in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
So either the tax money, the drug money, all that shit goes to warfare.
That's right.
Because it says war was in his heart.
War was in his heart. That's right.
So this man is what do you call a warmonger?
Yes, sir.
But Pete Hegseth changed the name to
War.
Secretary of Defense and Secretary of War.
Yeah.
So it said daily operational costs are estimated at $60 million to $1 billion, with total economic impacts potentially ranging from $50 billion to over $100 billion. So that's how many like the money going to equipment losses.
Yeah, 100 billion.
Yeah, they done lost. It done cost them roughly $2 billion just in 4 days.
America cannot sustain itself like that. Nah. Go ahead, bro.
This is back in the drones in Iran.
Yeah, go ahead.
It said they have up to
80,000 drones or more. Here's the point. I'm reading production capacity and the active use. It says that in production, Iran is capable of production roughly 5,000 to 10,000 drones per month.
You said what now?
5,000 to 10,000 drones per month.
Go.
They say they're able to produce over 1,000 drones a day.
2,000 drones a day.
But it takes $12 million to shoot down, like you said, a $50,000 drone.
And they missing.
And they missing.
They missing.
It's like a boxer. And if you execute a shot, you got to use all your energy to execute a jab, and you miss.
And what happens?
Yeah.
When you miss that type of jab, it takes them out.
It takes,
If you don't connect, it depletes you. Hey, if you don't believe me, that's the brother I know.
Hey, Apostle Tahar video he did, man. He went into how Iran got what they call a cluster bomb, man. And this cluster bomb for the dome, but when it explodes, man, the size of a football field, it just shoots out different bombs, man. And Apostle Tahar's analogy was a batter trying to hit 20 fucking pitcher balls at one time. You ain't gonna be able to hit them motherfuckers. So when Iran is shooting cluster bombs over any small head area, man, more or less Tel Aviv, shit, they getting through there, man.
I ain't seen no interceptors.
No.
Ain't none of that.
Yesterday, I ain't seen no interceptors.
Yeah.
They sit them down there.
Day 1 and 2, I was seeing a lot of interceptors. 3 going into 4, shit, I started seeing 1. Then I ain't seen shit yesterday.
Open field.
They look at cluster bombs. They look at the boots. They look at iron dome. They gotta be rearmed. They gotta put them missiles back in there. You know, when they shoot that cluster, reload it. When they shoot that cluster bomb, they deplete that out completely. So whatever comes next after that, they ain't got connected.
Because that missile defensive system is composed of what? Sensors, computers, and interceptors.
AI shit.
And AI shit.
That shit don't work real time. See, what we're seeing, even the AI is being confounded. Because all that high-tech shit that America got, that shit don't work when you at war with an opponent that can, they can deal with you asymmetrically, you know?
Can we break down that concept again?
So asymmetric is like this. Iran is choosing how to fight America. They're not letting America set the tone. So Iran can't send its Navy out there to American Navy. It'll get destroyed. But they can shoot ballistic missiles at American aircraft. They can shoot at American air bases. They can't put their fighter jets in the air with American fighter jets and go head for head. They'll get a good array. But they can blow up the air bases.
Right.
They can blow up the aircraft in the air without an aircraft. So if I ain't got to have a jet to match your jet, as long as I got a missile to take your jet down, now I'm even this shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's asymmetric. So we're not going, nobody can go head up with American military, so they just got too much shit. But you can fight them asymmetrically, and all these nations sit back taking notes. Like, you better believe every nation in the world taking notes on how to take this shit down.
Because even with America, even with that drone they got, Iran's drone, America took the technology and created the Lucas drone. Just to, you know what I'm saying?
And whatever that's gonna be part of forcing America to put them boots on the ground. Because they can't do nothing no other way.
And the boots, they have to go on the ground.
And then the boots, it's gonna be hard to get in that bitch. They gonna get slaughtered at the border. It might be a few trickle in, but them motherfuckers that be getting slaughtered at the goddamn border.
And the reason why, because you got what, that mountainous ridge.
Hell yeah.
You know, then you got basically what, missile, what they call it, missile, missile systems up in there. You got rocket systems,
got them
launchers, and all that shit, drone systems up in there, and they all in caves. And let me tell you something else Iran did. Some of the bitches, man, they painted helicopters and jets. Yeah. So they shooting at fake jets and fucking warcraft.
They manipulating the AI. See, they showing Iran, because see, if you at war all the time, I can just study you. America's at war all the time. So Iran just been sitting back studying American war tactics.
Because if you go back to the Vietnam War, if the brother could Google a Vietnam version of chess, it's like a Moabite Chinese version of chess. But just to add to what his brother saying, America was playing chess in Vietnam But the Vietnamese was playing a whole other type of game. It wasn't chess.
That's asymmetrical.
Yeah, they was playing with a whole different set of rules, and America couldn't hang.
They lost. Ain't that right?
They lost.
But in school, they taught us they won.
Yeah,
But y'all lost. America about over 6.
Them niggas know they had tunnels. You know, they had little damn near underground cities, man. You know what I'm saying? They were so small, they were just like moles, man, going through them different little tunnels and popping up and killing, man. Like say, America, they didn't know how to handle it, man.
No, yeah, I'm talking about this though. They been 20, 30 years in the making for that war. Oh yeah. And Iran, we probably got everything, any kind of old, I mean, that probably everything. 20, 30 years in the making.
And look, and Americans have a short attention span. So, Ammon, you think Ammon forgot about Hiroshima and Nagasaki? They did, man. The devastation that America has caused within the past 80 fucking years, nobody forgot. Nations don't work like that, man. They don't have a short attention span, man.
Right. Especially you always in their face boasting and bragging on your power and shit.
That's right. Go back to that second image.
This second Ezra chapter 15, verse 28. Behold, in horrible vision, in the appearance thereof.
Like, so what's the horrible vision? World War III. A horrible vision from the east, the Middle East. Also spoken of in Joel 3 and 1, 3 and 2. Go ahead.
Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots.
Right, the dragons of Arabia. That's talking about Ishmael. Meaning many chariots, meaning what? A vast or a gigantic military. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't be surprised when you start hearing some of these Gulf era, these royals being overthrown by their generals, man. Because the East, they do that. You know, they overthrow, because over the, like them Gulf era countries, them ain't nothing but families that them Edomites put in power. Yeah.
Especially like Dubai.
Yeah. We're going back to that Shiite, like Bahrain, like when Iran shoots missiles in Bahrain, the Bahraini people celebrate. They hit them bases. You got them Ishmaelites celebrating. So don't be surprised if they get a hold, if them generals start taking over the Gulf era states, man.
Now, what's the difference between a Shia and a Sunni? Right? But the doctrine is based on, correct me if I'm wrong, the Shiites believe that the leader should come out of the family. The Sunnis believe that it's supposed to be more so like a democracy. It's supposed to be elected. You know what I'm saying? That's based on the terminology. Not to say, you know what I'm saying, but when you look at the Sunnis and things of that nature, like they believe that leadership, and then the Sunnis believe outside of leadership.
That makes sense because Shiite, that's the more tradition anyway.
They're more traditional. Correct me if I'm wrong, too.
Like the Lord's doing playing that piece, with the generals. Like the Lord's playing that piece with the generals from this mission.
Oh yeah.
Those Arab countries, especially ones that's allied with America, making them join together. These scriptures that brought me right now.
Oh, they send ducks.
Yeah.
They send us out there.
I think this don't make no sense.
It don't make sense.
If I'm your rival, you can't do nothing.
But
You've been bragging about this shit for decades, but nigga, now we need you don't do nothing.
that's like we live in Hazelhurst. You come down there and spend the night with us, start some shit, and then you go back to Cosisco. Now we gotta fight these niggas every day. Every day.
Hey, that same spirit that hit America, man. What scripture goes to they say,
We gotta live.
not regard their king nor their prince. So America's gonna be ready. They said to overthrow the government, man. That's why they're gonna have them insurrections, man. So, man, this is beautiful, man.
Well, you seen Shaqua's video. You got a Marine got his goddamn arm broke.
Yep. And what he was hollering out.
Right. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you this. They said his wife is not her arm, but they gonna kill people like that. Because even when he broke his arm, did you see his temper? He's like, it's in the door.
Yeah.
A nigga like that ain't gonna go down there.
And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth,
Go ahead.
that all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
Go ahead.
Also the Carmanians,
Right.
raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild
And
boars.
who are the Carmanians? Iranians, right? The Elamites, and give the description or symbolic of a wild boar.
Wild boar is a wild boar. You got got to corner it for it to be aggressive. And if you wound it, it's even more aggressive.
So what made Iran aggressive? What made Iran to have this wound? This last assassination with Tony. Go ahead, bro.
Yep.
Back again.
So this wild boar, when he wounded, what did he do? It becomes aggressive and he goes straight for his target. Once he knocks the target down, it'll bag up and then it'll keep ramming that target until he dies.
Now who's the target? American in the small text. So hey, the spirit, it all makes sense. Go ahead, bro.
You gotta look at. That's why you see Iran folks. You see, Iran been preparing to go to war with America because when America invaded Iraq in 2003, and then you had 2005, Dick Cheney pretty much told Iran that they were next. So when he said that shit, Iran started preparing war for America. See, they could have been got the IDF. They could have been wiped them off the map, but they knew that they would have to deal with America. So that's why even now they're able to fight America and the small hats at the same time because the small hats, their power is in America. So if they weaken America, the small hats ain't got no defense.
Right.
You know?
And one point to add them too, just like in the Vietnamese War, what the Vietnamese tell those black soldiers:
Go home.
It's not your war. Go home, black man. This is not your war. You know, so a telltale sign into what we enter into right now when it comes to how these heathens are fighting against one another. But Jake is involving themselves into it. Let them heathens battle that thing out because ultimately it's for the salvation of the nation of Israel, beginning from the tribe of Judah, so-called Negro, all the way down to the tribe of Issachar, so-called Mexican.
Right. You enlisted, it's over.
This is back in 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 30. Also the Carmanians, raging and wrath shall go forth as the wild boar wood, and with great power shall they come and join the battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
I know a lot of brothers break that down with these military bases over there in that area, but don't be surprised if Iran develops this technology to send over here, man, because it only makes sense. Read that latter part again, bro.
And with great power shall they come and join the battle with them,
Right?
and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
That has to be talked about them sending missiles to America, man. Go ahead.
Because some of these allies are, you know, they might not be all head in with the war, but they're giving like intel, weaponry. So who's to say Russia or China won't say, look, here you go, this on GP.
They supply them anyway.
Yeah.
China's behind.
Yeah, so
I think the only country they saying Iran led into the Strait of Hormuz is China and Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why they use those proxy wars over there, because basically, what, America and Russia got nuclear capability, so they're playing chess with each other, so America can't really impose its way over there. Because it's all about oil.
Yeah, in North Korea, Kim Jong-un, and he said if Iran need them, missiles and whatnot, hey, they supply them, man.
I remember a couple years ago, you shooting motherfuckers out there in the dark.
Hey, yeah, you talking about regular missiles?
Nuclear capability, nuclear. They put that shit in there.
Because see, Iran, you can't see now, Iran just put the world on notice. Because one thing about it, shit, Iran sent some at French bases down there in Kuwait, and they sent some at Cyprus within British own territory. And you had that nigga Karastama, that nigga was explaining himself on TV. That nigga told Iran, look, we had nothing to do with that shit, man. We didn't know them niggas gonna do all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna condone none of that shit. Hey, that nigga was explaining like motherfucker. Yeah, and now they say, but now everybody knows, like, goddamn, and see, Iran shit, so to show you that Iran, you know, they gonna go in captivity, they will be taken down, but just call it a spade, Iran move with a lot of integrity.
Yeah.
Because the reason why Iran weaponry is so precise, because they say they don't want to kill civilians. Even that guy Ayatollah, he didn't want no nuclear weapon. You know, he had a fox swap. He said that's too far for mankind to make that type of weapon. But now they had some hardliners that wanted him to go ahead and get one. But now he's gone. Now all them hardliners at the forefront. They scrapped that. But they are, because see, the warhead, you gotta think, Iran got some of the most high-tech projectiles when it comes to ballistic missiles. So all you got to do is change the warhead from conventional to nuclear. All you're doing is changing the warhead. They already got the rocket technology. Like you say, they got the rocket technology. Because all you're doing is add, it just maps.
So when it makes sense, was the point, like you said, it makes sense how they should destroy a portion of the Assyrian land. So if you got the ballistic technology, like you said, all you gotta do is switch out the bullet and put a nuclear bullet in there.
Put the switch on.
Put a
Steady flip. Yeah. The gun already there. You just, yeah. Hey, you understand? This is written about. Like the John the Revelator, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezra. They saw it. Habakkuk. Brothers have had visions, right? You saw what the prophet saw. How many brothers had visions that freaked them out?
Some brother by the name of Bond, man, he had one too.
How many brothers have had visions that you woke up and was like, shit?
Yeah, they said that brother Bond had a couple. Said, hey, I thought he told me it was feeling.
So who are you that the Most High granted you that vision? And then what he did is being in the ancient world, man. He showed them, and they wrote about it, and now we're speaking about what they wrote, man.
And the reason why these brothers are having these visions because it's the same fucking men coming back. Yeah. They coming back.
Hey, man, hey, repent, man. That's right.
Verse 31, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature.
Right, now what's the nature of the dragon? Ishmael is identified as a wild man. That's a wild fella. Go ahead.
Going back to the Shiite Muslims.
That's right.
If I gotta murder me to murder you, you know, they was the originators of that mindset.
That's it. Go ahead, bro.
And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them.
Now the latter part is actually talking about Esau trying to drag him into World War III as well. Go ahead.
Then these shall be troubled. Then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their
Esau shall be troubled, blade. Go ahead.
And keep silence through their power.
Meaning what? We're not gonna know everything detail for detail. You know, Esau do got something under his sleeve, but we know enough to know that Esau is going down. They gonna fail. We know that's right.
If you really got one more rabbit pull out the hat, and that's the MOTP.
That motherfucker better be white.
And then you know what? People on the comment board, they're not doing is Iran no more. Like when something goes down and they put it on IG, Iran is not looked at as the bad guy. For a long time, Ishmael was looked at as the bad guy.
Yeah.
And by default, you're supposed to be on God's people's time.
That's right.
So traditionally, if something happened with Israel, America was with it.
That's right.
Like, nah, we gotta protect them, you know?
Right.
Now it's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
You know, here we go with this shit.
Yeah, little brother brought America into this fight.
Yeah.
You know, little brother.
You see, that's the thing. Trump didn't consult with the Congress or nobody with America. He didn't even consult with his allies except for small head. So his allies, they in what they call a pupil. But they didn't want this war. They didn't want to go through this.
See, why is that though? Why Trump didn't consult with them?
Because they know they're gonna be like, nah, man, what for?
Yeah, and he bought and paid for it.
Yeah.
He worked for the elite.
That's it.
The elite got him out of debt when he went bankrupt that time. How many banks they used? 72 banks to get him out of. Yeah, he was under what? Was it a $2 billion debt? $1 to $2 billion, right?
It was like 2 billion.
It was like 2 bills. So they draw money from 72 banks. Now they own this nigga.
Yeah, he gotta do it.
He gotta do it.
And plus the blackmail with the Epstein shit.
Yeah. That's not true.
And so the guy who bailed him out, he worked for the Rothschilds.
Yeah. And then what that nigga said about Spain? Well, Donald Trump, they said Spain said that you cannot do. Well, land anyway. We'll just go there and land anyway. You know.
The borrowers are slave to the lender.
That's right. That's right.
I said like the guy that bailed him out said is our first Jewish president.
That's right.
So
yeah. I think he did a formal conversion of this shit too. A ritual.
Gentile Messiah.
Yeah.
What the Ish people call it.
And shall flee, and from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them.
Now, how is the enemy going to besiege from the land of Syria? What's Assyria? Again, modern day America. This is talking about sleeper cells, right? These countries have sleeper cells within America. And then understand about a sleeper cell. Like, let's just say you got this kid from Russia, and he's being trained to become a sleeper agent. So what they'll do is they'll move him out of his household, put him in a household that's Americanized in Russia, teach him what, so teach him how to utilize American terminology, listen to rap music, watch American video games, watch American sports, become Americanized. And then they get a visa, they'll send his ass over here, and then they'll put him in school, and then he'll go to college, and then, so what, about 24, 25 years old, he's working as a school teacher or principal. But once he get that notification, then boom, and then he becomes activated, and then he kills people.
And that's on the, I think moved to Salt.
Salt. Somebody else said that too. That's so salt. One salt, and then that's the sleeper cell.
It's a lot of sleeper cells on truckers too. Truck drivers, a lot of them not speaking English.
That makes sense.
And a lot of truck drivers are what do you call it, hazmat drivers. Now that you mentioned that,
Yeah.
so I mean that truck is like nothing but it's a fucking missile.
And then a sleeper cell, a sleeper agent can lay dominant forever, like 10, 15, 20 years. Dormant. They can lay dormant, just like a person that got herpes. You know, just because you don't have the active symptoms, that doesn't mean that you don't have the virus. It'll still flare up.
Angelina Jolie played in a lot of those Russian style movies where she was like a implant in another nation, but then she was activated and she became an assassin.
That's it.
If you remember during the Biden administration when they opened up the gate, so to speak, brother, remember all them interviews they had, like them military-aged men? They asked them where they from: Russia, Armenia, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, all these different places. But
Die Hard too. Remember Die Hard?
yeah.
First Die Hard?
Yeah. But see, the way the American government manipulate and do shit, you got all these different military-aged men that came over here. You know what I'm saying? When Biden had pretty much opened up and said, "Come on in." But when Trump got back in office, it was about deportation, protecting the border. But the ones that was interviewed that had came over all the other countries wasn't the target. So it's like they did a swap out, So they started trying to deport, pretty much Jake, you know what I'm saying, the Northern Kingdom. But where are all these other military-aged men that was coming in from around Florida and all these other different places? Where they at? They sitting back waiting on that call, man.
That's it.
Record being put on taking, man.
And they letting you know something gonna happen. Why is Donald Trump saying that a lot of people can't die? And then the spirit been on roads, stay away from large crowds. Just different areas where it's gonna be a lot of people and things of that nature.
It's been heavy within the news. It's mainstream this week. They've been talking about sleeper cells.
Exactly.
CNN, things of that sort. And Klaus Schwab said a couple years ago at the World Economic Forum, expect an era of shock events. What that goes to the false flag operations, and also these sleeper cell situations.
And what time are we, what high holy is coming up?
That's all.
So a heavy spiritual lens is on.
That's it, bro.
And we always say before, during, and after.
Yeah.
That's right.
We just have Broom. Right? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 33. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them.
Sleeper cells, go ahead.
And consume some of them.
Go ahead.
And in their hosts.
So that means it consumes some of them. I mean, what? America's gonna die. Go ahead.
And in their hosts shall be fear and dread.
Go ahead.
And strife among their kings.
Continue.
Behold.
And strife amongst their kings. Talking about what? Your city councilmen, your senators, your congressmen, and things of that nature. Y'all are accessible. Hey, y'all see that video? Man, I'm talking about, man, these American people are mad.
Yeah.
They mad, man, and guess what? They're accessible. You can easily, man, go stab up something or shoot something up, bro.
They can't get their hands on the elites.
Nah.
So who's like an extension of the elites? These councilmen, these local councilmen.
That's right. The politicians.
The local decision makers.
The local decision makers. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, that movie Assault on Wall Street.
Yeah.
When he got everything taken away from him, who did he aim towards? Those local politicians.
Yeah.
They
shot that
Behold, clouds from east and from the north unto the south, and they shall bury.
So what's these clouds? Various militaries from World War III. right? And also, you can liken these squads to what? They're military craft, they're aircraft. You know what? These fucking jets, like these helicopters, these B-2 bombers, these drones. Go ahead, bro.
Unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm.
That's like talk about what how they're equipped, right? Shooting down other planes and things of that nature, dropping bombs on cities and things of that nature. Go ahead.
They shall smite one upon another.
Sending missiles at each other. Y'all see that movie Top Gun with Tom Cruise? Second son. Go ahead. Yes, it's real witness. Go ahead.
And they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth.
And what's these stars? Oh, the stars on Earth. What you think these stars are? No, these stars are talking about what? These lieutenants, these captains, and things of that nature. These sergeants.
What they call
Because they're gonna be
star general.
these 4-star generals, 5-star generals.
Go ahead, bro. You look at the star, it looks bronze. So in the military, they always call it bronze and brass. It's from a certain terminology to point out that they're an officer or general.
Mm-hmm. No, the water, bro. Because they may not be directly on the field, but they're close on the field where they can oversee what's going on. Go ahead, bro.
Shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star,
Right?
and the blood shall be from the sword unto the belly.
You know what? A lot of people, a lot of these soldiers are going to die. A lot of civilians are going to die. Go ahead, bro.
The Lord should be with
The slain of the Lord should be many. And whenever I want to jump, please do.
And dung of men unto the camels, who? And there shall be a great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them.
Because of all this interaction, this madness. And you niggas are stupid. Y'all still traveling. You know, people get stuck in Dubai and so on and so forth. Because I got a colleague, she said she's going to the Bahamas tomorrow. God dang. In the midst of all this shit, man, what y'all watching? Scooby-Doo 24/7?
Hey, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it because the Most High got a software program hardwiring you to where you got a trajectory that you gotta inevitably follow. It's gonna ultimately lead to your death. It's like you're here physically, but you're not mentally here. So people in Babylon, they got their own path, their own intentions, their own goals, and the Most High got them like that, so they can ultimately die, man. Shootout 10 minutes prior. And Jake don't see, they'll pull up to the house party or the club, and they're like, what happened? And the people is leaving like, man, you got to shoot. You know what they'll do? Let's go to this club.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see it through the spirit. Take your black ass home.
What's the cover charge?
Yeah, boy, there's three people that got murdered in this club, and you still going. Yeah, you still going. But the why how about some shots, that hurts me. But when I see the end result of it, like,
They're talking like that.
exactly.
They don't understand. They don't understand. Every day that they're straight clothes, there's big limitations that can get ready to happen.
That's right. Look, even if these American stuff over in Dubai, man, I'm just not just listening to the video brothers putting out and just watching them. They talking about, they still trying to wait on the plane to get out of there. What do you think the chances of happen once you get in that plane and get in that air? They already bombing over there.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm glad you said that because it's gonna happen. Eventually, y'all gonna get stuck wherever you at.
Yep.
I promise you that you are going to get stuck wherever you at. And it's best to be at home than to be abroad.
They said that the whole hotels when you see like they said they put that bitch in the room with them niggas, man. God damn.
But you know what? Every time they announce that something belonging to the U.S. was destroyed, they always say, yeah, nobody was hurt.
Yeah.
Like, nobody was hurt. Nobody? Like, they just say people were injured because they don't want to lower the morale. They don't want to lower the morale.
That's true, but they get downplaying the numbers. Yeah, like the number of people that died over it, they say 6. You know, 6.
It's been on 6 all week. Right. All week.
That's part of the happened. What you brought out earlier. Yeah. Bring first shame and smell for the American. You said the headlines, America loses to this Iranian war. Hey, what do you think how these Americans go around doing this, right?
That's the beautiful thing about the prophets, the two witnesses, and the third witness, man. Because when you listen to American news outlets, man, you might as well just really walk around like that.
You ready to join the military.
You know what I'm saying?
You think them niggas doing so good, you want to sign up. Try to lose PBS.
Right. Let me in.
Hey, okay. Keep it simple, brother. Hold on.
21 and 2. A grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealer, treacherously, which is America, and the spoiler,
Because what has America been doing since what, 1492? Spoiling.
Yeah.
Spoiling. Because the euphemism for spoiling is colonization. You know, because America doesn't deal with direct terms that reflect his character. He has to deal with euphemism. So the Timbers don't deal with euphemism. So it's been spoiled since 1992.
it says, go up, O Elon, besiege, O media, all the signs that I have made to cease.
And you know what? It's amazing because that's what we're dealing with right now. Elon talking about Iran, going back to the Persians, but the Persians go back to who? Elon. So, but it's a you say, bro.
That's what we're talking about.
So what we're doing, we're watching Yahweh Bahashmal shot play chess. He already broadcasted what he was gonna do. He gave you the chess strategy. And this is the move I'm gonna make. He did it in secrets for the prophets. Surely the Lord will do nothing. You're revealing his secrets to the service of the prophets. Now you're seeing the chess strategy play out in real time, man. So like I'm just echoing what the Elder Apostle Hart said. When you see America going to Iran, that's when you need to pay attention. Years. When I woke up, that's what I heard. So now we're seeing America make that bold, audacious step into Iran, and now look what's happening, man.
Domino,
man.
Get that first domino.
Yeah.
So we always been saying for years how chip got to be implemented for World War III.
Yeah. So we know it's not going to happen right now because the Quran hadn't taken place, man. But guess what? We're here. Well, we are in a prophecy where it said there'll be wars and wars of wars. It's flare-ups, like y'all born into herpes. It's just flare-up battles, then it dies down and it comes back up. But this is the perfect window for some catastrophic event that randomly happened.
This is, like you say, this is the narrative that's going to lead to all-out war.
Come on, man.
But this that narrative, because this the narrative that draws the superpower. Like you said, Russia been dashing around each other since, you know, going back to Vietnam, going back to Nicaragua, you know, all of these proxy wars that we've been seeing, Cuba, missile crisis, America and Russia been dancing around each other with proxy wars. But now, the only barrier between America and Russia is Iran now. See, this, after America and Iran, it's the path where America and Russia collide. Now they gotta go head up. Now they gotta deal with Magog, and this going back to the bear, the feet of this man is over.
Hey, well, you.
One of us did a breaking news video. China prepares to support Iran in the war and provide military equipment as Russia already joins.
And you can tell China don't give a fuck because China is also dependent on America's economy as well. But according to prophecy, Chinese don't get along with Russia.
That's well as Turkey. They just kind of on the fence right now, ready to break loose from NATO. And Turkey got one of the biggest armies, like out of the top 10. They in the top 10.
They second powerful. So
they just ride the fence.
They already giving Iran intel.
Already giving
because
the
Kurds and the Turks are
Yeah.
rivals. But then America said they're gonna activate the Kurds to try to invade Iran like real troops. Yeah, so Turkey said, well look, that's a problem for Turkey.
What did the Kurds say though? When they asked the Kurds about it, didn't they make some?
Oh yeah, they said nah, we're not doing that. Hey, but Iran got see what happened is you used to be able to host American military bases, and that was like a protection shield. But now hosting America is a liability. Yeah, see now it ain't working anymore. See, because America, these nations used to have the Americans fly on their air bases and airspace. They just do airstrikes and come back, but ain't nothing coming back. Now when America leaves Saudi Arabia to do airstrike, nigga, it's something coming back.
Right.
Now they leave the UAE, because wherever these American planes leave from, missiles coming back. So wherever, that's why even Cyprus, because they said, they're like, Iran ain't gonna strike Cyprus. This is British territory. Who? Wherever them jets coming from. Wherever them over, one thing you got respected by Iran, they ain't selective with their tough. Wherever them them planes come from, there's something coming back.
It's a wild war, right?
Yeah, so now these nations like, shit. It's really just America, these small hats. That's why Trump cussing out the EU. But then they're like, nigga, we ain't fucking with that. Like, nigga, then you come and gonna take out that, then you want us to come help.
You just go jump in that shit, but ain't say nothing to it. Now you want some help.
Hey, but what my man from Cuba said? From that Cuba?
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was a guy, the guy that runs Cuba, man. He told Trump come and get him. So nobody's scared of America no more.
Just Winston had blackout in Cuba, man. But when Trump said after he told him to run it, it's gonna be Cuba. This nigga messing with Ecuador, messing with Cuba,
Well, Memphis sprang himself in. And that's why a drought is coming in.
Yeah, and also, how much does it take to have U.S. troops overseas? For lack of a better word.
Fact check, man.
Yeah. I heard it was $1 million per soldier.
I heard something like that too. And this outside of Iran. It's outside of an actual war. So to mobilize troops overseas. Let's get it, bro.
Overseas military presence with over $7 billion overseas bases like Germany, Japan, and South Korea, which hosts over 50% of active duty troops. This cost includes base operations support. Those host nations often contribute to the expenses. As of early 2026, over 243,000 U.S. military personnel have been stationed in foreign countries. The highest cost associated with basic command alone is $5.7 billion, $4.75 billion.
How much it costs per soldier?
Isaiah 50, start 22. Isaiah 50 and 22, a sound of battles in the land of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How would Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Now, that desolation is going to happen, and if being broken asunder is going to happen when America gets hit by intercontinental ballistic missiles. Well, this dogfighting you see right now, that's going to culminate to America getting hit by thermonuclear missiles, man.
You see the hammer crack.
The hammer's cracking, man. And like you said, another thing happened to is the morale of America. He lost his eyes. We're at the end of the movie, The Wizard of Oz, where Toto revealed the projection, and that little wizard came out. And now it's the movie, and it's all shit every time he spoke. So America is losing its morale.
So Isaiah 19:3 in the GNT, and once to frustrate the plans of the Egyptians and destroy their morale, which goes to the enthusiasm companies.
They're confident because it's spiritual that they were referred to as the Egyptians, because the Egyptians had a God complex. They had a God complex there you go. And Babylon, particularly small, they have a godlike complex, man. So America has projected himself as he sits in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he was the Most High, man. And the most embarrassing thing to happen is for the world to see that you're not a God, man. And that's the game that the Most High plays with men. That's the game he plays with the sons of men and the other sons of the wicked. Like, watch me raise these people up just to cast them down so everybody can say, damn, who did that? But God cast down these great people.
America usually use different nations as proxies to take down whoever the main target. But speaking of the man, it seems like Russia is on this side. So you got Iran, you had all these different other wars, and all America been doing is deplete they overtime arsenal. So when Russia do finally step in, America ain't gonna have shit left. You just talking about the bad.
That's what they got. Dan Kane, General Dan Kane, which is the Joint Chief of Staff, which means he's over all branches. He's the general over all branches of the military. He told Trump before the war, he's like, we depleted because we've been in war so long. Because see, another thing too, what Iran is doing to America, that's what Europe and America wanted Ukraine to do to Russia. See, they thought Ukraine was going to have the same effect Iran had to be more popular together. In Ukraine, all Ukraine is doing is training Russian military how to fight against American weapons. You know, so when they really go at it with, like I said, by the time America lock up with Russia, they're going to be fatigued. You know?
And that's another thing about being the hammer of the earth. It takes like you get a jackhammer, man, it takes energy to swing your arm and break something with a jackhammer. That's taxing on your energy. So it's taxing on America to be the hammer, because we're going into the finances of it all. It's taxing for America just to house troops in other countries. It's outside of warfare. It's taxing for America to drop bombs, to shoot missiles. So that's also taxing on their hammer, man. So America is losing just by being a part of a war.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I got the hammer. Change the Google search to how much does it take to have U.S. troops overseas per troop? It says, you just get straight to the point. It says the cost to maintain U.S. troops overseas varies. Sending there. This is just once they get there to maintain it. And one thing about the military, when you go overseas, they gotta ship all your shit and all your family shit with you. So that cost gets real high real fast. It says it's significantly based on location, mission, and branch, which cost ranges approximately from $95,000 annually for routine deployments. Now this is like that $95,000 annually is just regular. Meaning you work like finance or admin, like you just gonna be at the desk all day. But it says for combat or high intense combat operations, it's over $1 to $2 million per troop every year.
Like you said, above $1 to $2 million per troop every year. Man, the uniform on them damn soldiers. And Google how much does a soldier's uniform cost?
I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
The pants like $3 something for one pair.
What?
Like $300 some, like $395 for like one pair of pants, and you get 4 sets. Wow, at the top they call that's like another like two.
Brothers in the military.
It's like 198. It's almost all together. You gonna spend about, you can do with your shoes and everything for 1 set. You gonna spend about $70.
What about the artillery and all this shit you carrying it back, man? Yeah.
Then you gotta realize with that too, you can only carry so much. I think your combat load is like for your AR is like 270, like all together. So you got 270
experience with that, you finna have that what you got plus your LMG with the lightweight machine gun. So your gunners, if he don't have, if these niggas nowadays have no type of experience. So when you have somebody who's a gunner with no experience, he carrying all that shit, and this is exactly what he looked like. He got a big ass heavy ass gun. He got an extra barrel. He got like 200 rounds in a big ass case. And whenever it's time to shoot, he gotta stop and set all that shit up with no experience.
And that's another thing too, man. In the East, they never had first world experience. They see, in order, things gonna be so frightening for America. They've all been living in La La Land prior to the shit hitting the fan. So the average American is like the average American. They never lived in the real world. To say, hey, I got a craving. Let me pull up the Burger King. That's not the real world. Hey, let me just Uber eat something to my house. That's not the real world, man. I don't feel like going to work today. Let me call in sick. That's not the real world. Let's take a trip to Disneyland. That's not the real world, man. So America has been in a state of carelessness. Now they're living in carelessness. Bro, that's part of the weapon. You've been already attacked. You convinced. So you're already out of tune. That's why Eve, no matter what's going on, she want to take a trip to the Bahamas. She's not saying, let me just put the money back because I don't know what's going to happen within the next few weeks.
Look at the political climate. I shouldn't be taking no trips there.
Yeah.
Right. Not paying no attention to the news or anything.
And then half you people go over there, you only got enough money for the days of that trip. You're not even factoring in, okay, what if I have to stay 2 or 3 weeks? Now I gotta pull money for my insurance, for my car note,
Do a GoFundMe.
or a GoFundMe. And then who's to say you don't have your job when you do that?
Any American overseas is a baby. So let's say you're stranded overseas. You don't know shit. A baby don't know a language. So an American anywhere is a liability to the people in which he's surrounded by. As soon as you leave America, you're a liability to the locals. They gotta guide you places. They gotta help you with this. Who wants to be around an entitled baby?
And then you don't fly. You don't know the customs. Like you don't like. I know in Japan, it's disrespectful to people. Like you would think you're doing the right thing, but say them they're wrong. You bluntly disrespectful. I was on the phone with somebody I knew years ago. We were just chopping it up. It's like different nowadays is what the scripture say. Mighty men are born to fight. These niggas grew up shaking their hips on TikTok. They shaking their hips. They doing line dance in Iran and Russia. Especially Russia. These niggas swimming like niggas before. They were brought up to do what they doing now. These niggas were brought up like women. They brought up like men. They were born.
You can't turn to a real man in 6 weeks.
See, American soldiers back doing like I just go back and forth like the Desert Storm. Those men that was in the army then, they was about patriarchy, the country. They was ready to fight for the country. But these Gen Zs that's in the army now, man,
They look different.
they look different, act different. I was thinking about what elder Josh said earlier, man, about when they put boots on the ground, how they gonna get slaughtered. It's gonna be such an easy slaughter because they got a bunch of feminine ass boys don't know shit, a bunch of think they masculine ass females don't know shit. That's gonna be on the front line, man. That's gonna be they gonna be so terrified and scared to move forward. They gonna be an easy slaughter,
And
man.
then you don't know war tactics. No, in the video today, us came in this war.
Right,
And it's going into, man, you got these American niggas on TikTok.
right,
Making TikTok videos.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So then you got niggas out there Russia that outside, remember, they fucking train.
Kicking high.
You got Eve up there boasting the brag. I didn't sign up for this, but goddamn.
What you
You just
signing
think
up
you
for?
gonna run out for the police officer?
See, they think they're the championship.
My bad, but that's what it is. People in the military, they have no understanding that there's a high percentage chance you gonna get deployed. That all they think about is guaranteed check, benefit, a car, I'm gonna travel the world. Like they don't think about any of the real life characteristics or the consequences that go along with it.
Well, if I can make one more point, I had a cousin that went out there. He went to Afghanistan about 2 or 3 times. Long story short, prior to him going out there, I said, so what y'all do? You know, like what type of training? Shit, we just drink and change oil and goddamn listen to music and so on and so forth. I said, so y'all ain't doing no type of fucking training? He said, and barbecue.
Bro, it's
And
basically
now he got fucking PTSD and shit.
I think I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
You know how many American soldiers? Hey, they spirit go. We Google today, brothers. Google how many American soldiers commit suicide every day. Yeah. Google how many. Any brother got a piece up? I know brother told us something. Yeah, the spirit had them bring out this.
And Rambo tried to put you on game years ago.
Yeah.
Rambo told you in the 80s. They showed you how Agent Orange was causing cancer, right? They also showed you, or what he say? He said, God damn it, over there, I'm somebody. Here, I'm nobody. Over there, I'm operating $1 million worth of equipment and things of that nature. And here, I can't even get a goddamn job parking cars.
Well, what does the scripture say, right? About a man of war who suffered poverty?
Yeah.
That's a shame to the country. That's a shame to the
Shame
country.
to
But a whore to get famous and rich off only folly should be held in great dignity.
Yeah, setting great
How
dignity.
many times can you see a pussy and get aroused, man? How many times can you see a woman's body nude and that has more honor, for lack of better words, than a man that uses his body to put his body on the line, you know, to protect their livelihood, man. You gotta think about that shit, man. That's why this is called the great whore. So if the theme of America is a whoredom, then the theme is gonna be exalted here as whores. This is a country of whores. Beyond America being a great whore, it's a country of whores, man. That's not normal. That's not, what do you call it, arousing. That's not honorable. Then the fucking, come on, man. We're in our 30s now. How long you gonna be like, ooh, to a naked?
Right.
We still men and we see the ass, but it's like, damn, I'm
It's too saturated.
It's too. Your brain is not designed to get that dopamine back to back. You gotta come back to earth.
Like Risa Mom's video this week, you know, what Eva was talking about, she was at this setting, got so many women, but got never seen.
Nobody wanted
Thousands.
that.
Thousands of thousands. The count was a count.
Is that because I saw that right?
And they paid the $100 to go to these videos.
Yeah, and the men got in free. It's reversing. Yeah, you know how to go to the club, ladies get in free.
Yeah.
Now the women gotta pay in the men because they trying to get the men to hook up with the women.
Just men made the club. It was the men buying the bottle.
But guess what now? Now the men are keeping their money in their pocket and it's bad for the economy. All right, men are not sipping no more. It wasn't sipping when women reciprocated. But now you've been exploited for courting a woman. Now it's sipping.
Well, like Lil Wayne said, it ain't tricking if you got it.
Yeah.
Niggas don't get it.
Niggas ain't got it.
So the American deaf country is dying out, man. If you think about like more men, they come to the realization, go to these clubs, all these women in the corner, they all huddle up, got their phones, and they dancing on each other.
Bro,
So the men like, why I spend my money on some shit like this? I can be at home.
yeah, they get aroused. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know. You know, turning you down. Hey, if you think I'm tripping, go to fucking R. Kelly video Slow Dance. When them parties, I mean, you had interaction between a male and a female. Here, this day and time, like you say, bro, they be in their own world, and you gonna get a goddamn drink thrown in your face trying to say hello.
But hey, hold your spirit, bro. All right, I know brothers has a point they want to make.
No, I got the script. All right, this is the book Isaiah chapter 47. Just get to the point, verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart.
And actually, it said you're gonna be a world power forever, man. That's how a woman, when she's 18, that the first few years of being a whore, she don't think her body ever gonna change its shape. She think them titties gonna stay perked up. All right. She thinks she gonna always have a plethora of men running after her. I should be a lady or I should be a bad bee forever. All right, that's a microcosm of the America's personality. We should, and people actually think Esau's gonna be in power forever. They can't fathom a world where non-Edomites rule, man. How much, let alone the Israelites ruling, man. All right. Hey, what did Rick Ross say? Who would have thought that fat girl turned into Oprah? So, and an underdog, because Cinderella wasn't thought to be the princess.
Right.
There was a stepsister that wanted Prince Charming, which I would say is Yahweh Shai in the spirit.
That's it.
Nobody thought that the underdog sister Cinderella would be really the wife.
Yeah.
So the 144,000 like Cinderella.
How many sisters she had?
Two.
Hey, and according to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, there will be Esau and Israel.
Hey, yeah.
And them two sisters.
Yeah, because look, because nobody is all these are the logistics that's being taken place for a nation not desired. Everything is going on concerning Iran and now China. All right, it's all configuring for the world power of Israel, and that's something that the world can't accept right now. All right,
They don't see it.
they don't see it.
Because like we go through it, but see, they don't understand how it ends. See, they can just throw speculations out. We know exactly how it ends, right? You know, according to prophecy, we know exactly how it ends. We know this is phase one of what's coming to power. You know,
Because even on a minimum level, I know like Elder Brother, you can attest, man, people respect us more on the highways. The first few years, you know, we was literally a skeptic. What do you call it? A skeptical?
Spectacle.
Spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like, oh, hey, yeah, do it.
Mhm.
them views went up this week.
Yeah. Because, hey, the most
waiting on the last.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, but you know what? The Most High deals with duality. So a kingdom has to be on top, and that means a kingdom gonna be at the bottom. So if the kingdom that's on top is losing that position, what kingdom is gonna replace it? Yeah, the seesaw. It's a seesaw effect in the existence of the universe. When it comes to the mechanisms of the universe, it's a seesaw effect. Somebody's a prey and somebody's a predator. Somebody's a head, somebody's a tail. So you're experiencing a shift in this seesaw. All right? Nobody's people who say they're the chosen, they're being despised. At first we thought that was the victim. And the people that you despise, now people are saying, hold up. These people that we call minorities, hey, wait a maybe they
Something's starting to add up.
something's starting to, you know. But go ahead.
Just the letter end of it. Neither did it remember the letter end of it. Like you were saying, you know what I'm saying? The prince and Cinderella, man. You know, nobody expected Cinderella to be transformed into that beauty, man. You know, and be accepted by her prince. So, and that's what's starting to unfold and unveil right now, man.
Sirach 11, one who was never thought of should be king. This is the Most High's movie.
What transformer in that beauty? Why?
Did not the prince come midnight?
Why?
You know,
Yeah.
an unexpected hour
In his chair.
in the chariot.
That midnight is also symbolic for a transition of power.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Look it up.
All right, go ahead, brother.
And this is for you going 1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that the Most High has set forth us the apostle last.
This is the apostle last context. You had Marcus Garvey, you had Nat Turner, you had MLK, Malcolm X.
Tupac.
Yeah, because basically Yahweh Shai was looked at as a revolutionary. You know how we had our Malcolm X's and maybe had authentic versions of Malcolm X too that may not have been as popular. But you had people that was for their people in America. Yeah, Zealots. So Yahweh Shai was the ultimate revolutionary, man. So guess what? The Most High has set up the apostles to be those final revolutionaries, man. All right, final boss, so to speak, man.
It's last.
It's led because what happens? Because what's going to happen after the apostles speak? After they do the duties?
Judgment of America.
Because what happened with the Roman Empire after the death of Yahweh? Eventually, it fell. And then who came into power after the Edomites fell out of power in Rome? Yeah. The Holy Roman Empire, 1,000-year rule, that sounds like a prelude to me. It sounds like a foreshadowing to me.
Yeah.
After the fall of the Idumean Empire, immediately came the rise of the Byzantine.
They call it the Eastern.
Eastern Roman.
Empire.
So wait, I thought Ishmael would take over.
Right.
I thought Elam would have taken over. I thought that Ham would take over.
Right.
No, the people in your power that was really captive, indebted to your slavery, all right, they came into power.
Yeah.
You see?
That's right.
UPS drivers of your kingdom, the maintenance workers of your kingdom.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. The plowman shall overtake them.
Reaper.
Yeah, man. All right, so hey, that's all we say. Hold fast which thou hast, man. All right, let's go, brothers.
Got you, man. So back in the scripture, as it were appointed to death.
Yep.
This is the point we have made previously. For we are made a spectacle unto the world and to angels and to men.
YouTube, bro, physically the cities, they are pacifiers. People spectate, they watch us and they record us with their phones. You know, they be damn about to run a red light and crash just to record us, man. But then you can watch us on YouTube. We're made a spectacle to the world because we're not needed to wake up the elect. Most of us didn't need us. This is part of his movie.
And what's spectacle mean?
To see.
To see.
Yeah.
Hey, back in the day, they used to call reading glasses
Six. So, hey, because like we're characters in the movie. Have you ever seen the movie like 2012 or this certain movie before some catastrophic event? There's this crazy guy with a sign that said the end is near. But the movies, the director set it up to where it's like, damn, he's right. The whole time.
It was crazy.
It was a crazy prophet. The local prophet, the local crazy guy, hey, the end is coming. Guess what? He was right. So the Most High set us up to be those people, man. That is part of his movie. All right?
I got that. Kept writing a definition of spectacle.
And you know why it feels good? Because we about to see our investment cash out. Just imagine if you would have bought, I don't know, Amazon, Bitcoin. Imagine you would have spent $100K on gold 10 years ago.
We bought that. We did buy Bitcoins with our show.
Yeah, that's right.
That penny.
That penny, that denarius. So imagine if you bought that Bitcoin before it became available to the masses. It's called, I think it's called a premium stock. Correct me if I'm wrong. When you catch wind of a lucrative investment before the rest of the world catches wind. So we caught wind of it before the rest of the world caught wind of it, and now we have value in this stock. So we're watching our stock raise value as we speak. Yep.
This is the book of this is the definition of spectacle etymology. Public entertainment, especially prepared for
Public entertainment. Then now we have comedians mock us, the Drewskis and the Mike Epps, and this regular niggas put on garments and imitate us. Yep. Read. That's right. Yeah, did they not mock us? Not mock us now. What do you call it? Gilligan's Island. You stuck over there, you buy like it's fucking Gilligan's Island, man.
Yeah.
You know? All on in the Wolfpack castaway ass nigga, man.
Yeah.
All right?
That nigga like Mark Kick, the way he had that interview with Captain Garner, he's doing the mock. Like I said, it's perfect. The nigga pulled out that nigga to fight.
Yep.
Hey, may the American government just go ahead and dress you out since you already over there.
And that's another thing too. All because you got money, that doesn't mean you have access to the resources around you. And even if you have access to the resources, let me just break it down. You only have 10 days worth of resources. I knew people that was in local situations, right? The power went out, the city was without power. You couldn't send them no cash out because locally, won't nobody take no fucking cash out. You gotta have cash in your pocket. So if you're in the city by yourself, your family can't do a motherfucking thing for you. If that environment doesn't accept electric wiring, man, come on, man. What's our bad with it? That's why none of us have room for pride. You know, go.
Especially prepare for a range display. And like I said, if you ever worked in retail, a display is an item that the store or the company want to be recognized and pretty much in your face. So it's gonna be what they call like an end cap. So before you go down any aisle, you're gonna have that display right there. And that's pretty much gonna be what that spectacle is. So the Lord got us on a display.
Wow, it'll be in the windows sometimes.
So
it'll be in the windows to catch your eye from outside so you can walk in.
On the sides of the registers to
On
the left
sides
to
of
the
the
right.
registers, yeah. That new brought product to the stores.
Right.
Come on, man. Most sides are good. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, most sides are good telemarketer. He's a good marketer. Yeah, he's a good marketer. All right, okay.
That's good, bro. Ezekiel 33 and verse 31, NOT. So my people come pretending to be sincere and sit before you.
So y'all go back here next week. 6 o'clock. I'll be out here with y'all.
Shalom.
Yeah.
They listen to your words, but they have no intention of doing what you say.
Hey, look, man. And look, who are we, man? You ain't gotta say nothing to us to make us think you finna come out here.
Right.
We're nothing special. We're just humble servants, man. You, Most High know your intention.
That's right.
So even if you did come out here every week, if you're doing it for us, you're doing it in vain.
That's right.
All right?
That's right, bro. Their mouths are full of lustful words.
Yep.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Sound good. And their hearts seek only after money.
Yep.
Verse 32. You are very entertaining to them, like someone who sings love songs.
If we had a nigga, you remember that other boy with a nigga come out here with a beach chair?
Yeah.
Yeah, a nigga came out here with a beach chair.
Yeah.
They sat down.
We should have flipped that nigga over.
Yeah. He ended up being a scoffer, but a nigga came out here in a beach chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's why Apostle John always cussing y'all niggas out, man. Like he say, we not here for your fucking entertainment, man. This is real business.
If you ain't serious, the Most High will unalive you. All right.
It's the build up to wisdom out in chapter 5.
Oh, yeah. Then should the righteous man stand in great boldness. The great boldness.
That's right.
All right.
Back into Ezekiel 33 verse 32, you are very entertaining to them, like someone who sings love songs with a beautiful voice. And so the love songs is true. What makes our voice beautiful is the Holy Spirit. Or plays fine music on an instrument.
Yeah, that's that. Because we sing the song that only the 144,000 can know. But everybody else outside looking in, they're not internalizing the lyrics. It just sounds good.
It's important. The New Testament, we have hype to you.
Yep.
You know, we have not danced. They hear what you say, but they don't act on it.
You know, they don't apply it. They don't. And it's a quote that says information without implementation is only entertainment. So you receive the information, but you don't implement it. So it's just entertainment to you.
One more verse.
You know, about that faith without works.
Yeah.
You know.
Verse 33. But when all these terrible things happen to them, as they certainly will, then they will know a prophet has been among them.
And what does it say in Hosea 5:15? I will go and return to my place.
Yeah.
But in
To
their
the
affliction, in their affliction shall they seek me early. All right, but who wants a woman that didn't want them until she needed them?
Right. Nobody. Right.
That hate free and woman. That hate big head woman. Yeah. That's what she in need for something, man.
My car needs a battery.
Yeah.
Like that's up for conversation.
You gotta be in that Tyrese.
But what the Most High tell the nation is, go to you stand now, go to the fucking heathen that you have. Go to them idols. See if they answer. So what? And how we would be like, man, go to call Tyrone.
One thing makes a man mad if he's not respected, especially when you done done all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Most High they did for us as a nation, man. But only the elect is gonna come back broken and contrite and acknowledge their offenses. 32 again, right? Back in Ezekiel 33:32, you are very entertaining to them, like someone who sings love songs with a beautiful voice or plays fine music on an instrument. They hear what you say, but they don't act on it.
Because you compartmentalize it in your brain, it's just entertaining. Like the elder apostle Bar said, Jake likes to be entertained, but they don't like to be enlightened. You know, Jake doesn't have that mental discipline to really put no information in their brain. Unless they're high and they're Googling the so-called conspiracy. Go ahead.
It's Nehemiah 8, verse 8. So they read the book in the law of the Most High distinctly and gained a sense and caused them to understand the reading.
Wait, you go to the beginning of that? Because basically that laid the foundation to the teaching format that we have. Started with Rabbi Abba Bibis, who went out on the highways and the byways. And then they taught in the format of Nehemiah the 8th chapter. See, but actually, like, where do y'all get y'all platform? Why do y'all teach on the streets with these Bibles, and why y'all read like that? Hey, we got it from our forefathers, man. That's how the Most High instructed us, man. All right? That's why it says in Proverbs 1, wisdom proud without charge. It's right. We got
Nehemiah 8, verse 1. And all the people gathered themselves together as one man into the street that was before the water gate. And they spake unto Ezra to scribe to bring the book of the law of Moses, which the Lord Yahweh had commanded to Israel. And Ezra the priest brought the law before the congregation, both for men and women, and all that could hear were understanding, upon the first day of the 7th month. And he read therein before the street, It was before the water gate from the morning until midday, before the men and the women, and those that could understand. And the ears of all the people were attentive unto the book of the law. And Ezra the scribe stood upon a pulpit of wood.
Oh, they're going to pulpit. Because our former teachers and elders, they was on the pulpit. Like Rabbi Abba Bivens, if I'm not mistaken, he was on the pulpit in the movie X. Malcolm X starred Denzel Washington. I believe there was Elder Abba Bivens on the pulpit. Because they had Al Sharpton, they had other speakers, they had Rabbi Abba Bivens on the pulpit. All right? But they got it from our forefathers. And Elder Abba Bivens is a forefather. All right? And the reason why they're reading from the law is because that's what was written back then. There was no New Testament back then. It wasn't written yet. All right, so what you have, the law. All right, go ahead. But it was to instruct our people and bring them back to Yahweh Bahashim El Shai, because they were far gone into the ways of the heathen. All right, go ahead. But well, I mean, that was the point. Well, I guess next time, because it might be more throughout the scriptures in that chapter. But it went into how they went into the law in a certain way. Like that's where we get the precept upon precept, line upon line. Yeah, that's the yeah. Also, like,
I can make a point because you mentioned about the pulpit, and again another thing showing that the Lord is not dealing with the churches, man, because they, most especially mega church, they have done away with the pulpit now. Now it's just a stage up there, man, where they sit up there and just perform and give you a bunch of nothing.
It's Nehemiah 8, verse 8. So they read in the book of the law of the Most High Yahweh distinctly and gave the sense and caused them to understand and read.
Yep. Gave distinctly, man. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. Then there's a man to break it down. All right, so this is where it breaks down, I believe it's in Corinthians. All right, where it speaks on, what's it, 2 or 3, speaking of other, yeah, was it 1 Corinthians 14? And because it goes into let all things be done decently in order. So one prophesied, the other read, but their format was originated in Nehemiah the 8th chapter. All right, so go ahead, bro.
They're showing the Apostle Paul with spoon feed certain laws to the Gentiles, certain customs and laws. Like Apostle Paul would spoon feed those customs to the Gentiles.
That's why the Asian vocabulary alone, he'll say what we're doing is Hebrew hopscotch. Because he can't understand through the spirit what we're doing.
Now he trying to do it.
It's a precept upon precept.
And the way you know that these are Israelites, you got rappers that rap like that. They don't rap in chronological order. They don't tell stories in chronological order. It'll be what they'll call like ADHD.
Right.
Like Kevin Gates, when they would say it'll be like random. But that's how the prophecies are broken down, man. All right, I know it's carnal, but it's still Israelites. You know, it's not all chronological. Like Revelation is not chronological. It's going from the past to the future. You know,
It's second Ezra 15 chapter. It goes into the instruction of Asia, but then around the 52nd verse, it goes back into the instruction of America.
and you have to get all deep, but Jacob's a visionary.
Yeah.
So Jacob's mind doesn't even work chronologically a lot of times. Jacob just, yeah.
Even on a more lower quarter level, he saw Edom when he does it with the movies.
Yeah.
He'll jump like
Yeah.
butts, different scenes.
Go to the past and the present.
Sometimes when he started, he showed you the end of the movie.
Right. He got that from the whole time. Declaring the beginning from the beginning. The end from the beginning.
And that's why does the Most High do that? To show his power.
That's it, bro. That's it.
Show his power. Those prophecies was written 2,700 years ago, 2,500 years ago about Iran.
Right.
What other book was talking about what's going to happen in Iran?
That's right.
I'm gonna call him. He said the name. He name dropped.
Right.
The dragons of Arabia.
Right.
He name dropped.
Armenians.
Carmanians. He name dropped.
Right.
He gave locations.
That's right.
20. It's rough. 2,500 years ago. 2,600 years ago. What other power did that?
Because I think Ezra was about 500 years before Yahweh.
For your house side, man. And this is deep and heavy, man. That's why I say, I can say this trying to get us up the truth.
That's right.
Because we're at the end.
That's it.
But
And then it's gonna get hard.
Real quick. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 4. Where the word of a king is, there is power. And who But to him, what doest thou?
Yep, because look, man, the Most High gave the vision during the time of Adam. Then he brought the vision back during the time of the prophets. Nahum, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezra. All right, these are Baruch. Hey, Baruch said, "Miserable are the cities that received our sons." And showing you that indigenous bullshit is garbage, because the scriptures tell you that a country received the Israelites. Now you could say the Northern Kingdom indigenous from 2700 BC, but as far as it was all black people that's here. No, we came on cargo slave ships, man. All right. Now you talking about this?
Yeah, just to make that connection, how just going into the book of Nehemiah and how Ezra was reading out the law, where Yahushua did the same thing. And this is Luke 4:16. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read.
Synagogue, but that goes back to the ancient world. We had synagogues in the ancient world, man.
That's right.
So that's where those head guys, all right, that's where they get the customs of the synagogue from, man. The ancient world, man. Oh, boy.
Angel don't take him out.
Sitting up. Sitting up.
All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Verse 17. And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah.
Hey, get back in there. Get back in there. Hey, yeah, stop talking to him, bro. Close the window.
All right, you got it.
Right, man. He fall from that because he went on TV out. In verse 17, and there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah, and when he had opened the book, he found this place where it was written, "The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of the sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised."
Hey, bro, that wound is incurable. The Romans taking over Jerusalem, that was a devastation.
That's right.
And hey, El Kazak, wasn't that book The Devastation of the West Indies?
The Indies, yeah, devastation on the Indies.
The devastation of the Indies?
Yeah.
Esau the Grecians taking over, that was devastation. So not only did they attack us, then they overthrew us and they resided in our land. And we have to learn their ways. That's a spiritual, physical, financial, emotional blow to the psyche of an Israelite.
And Israel should be trodden down.
Come on, man.
The time when the Gentiles are fulfilled.
Because something I used to speak about all the time is like what Esau did in the 60s. But through the spirit, I got corrected. Really, it goes back to the Roman trial away, man.
Yeah.
They great castaway.
Yeah.
When we have to leave Jerusalem, they go into Africa and all that, man.
And that's why Yahweh Shema Shah said in Joel 3:2, that you don't pay for what you did to our people, as well as how you parted our land. All right, back in 19, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. Verse 20, and he, referring to Yahweh Shah, closed the book, and he gave it again to the minister and sat down, and the eyes of all them that were in the synagogue were fastened on him. And he began to say unto them,
and that's why they use the concept of a church. Which church means to clean, to call out. But that's not the so-called churches. It's not the synagogue, man.
Yeah.
But Esau and Jake, they'll extrapolate from the scriptures and build their own construct, and it's a marketing scam.
But what does synagogue means? It means chief house.
Chief house.
Chief house. And then pulpit, I looked that up before, it goes into an elevated platform. Verse 21, and he began to say unto them, this day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears.
Yep.
So just showing you that Yahushua read out of the law. And the law talked of him, because what he said, in this day is this scripture been fulfilled.
Second Ezra 1:36 in the GNT. It says, they have not seen the prophets, but they will live by their ancient teachings. I give my solemn promise that I will bless those people, and their little children will laugh and shout for joy.
That's leading to the kingdom. But it's starting right now.
Because the ancient teachings go back to the law.
The law.
It's going to be instilled in us, man.
With Jeremiah 60:16.
Yep. What's that, Jeremiah 31:31?
That's right.
He going to program us, man.
Yeah.
Don't y'all hate fucking up?
Yep. And that program is going into what their new heart.
It says, I give my solemn promise that I will bless those people and their little children.
Solemn means what? Serious. Didn't they say the Passover is a solemn assembly? Yeah, a solemn promise, meaning a serious guarantee, man.
And their little children will laugh and shout for joy.
Out of you shall be a great nation. So we're going to have multiple women in the kingdom of heaven. Every woman that you have a sexual encounter, she will get pregnant.
Those people have never seen me, but deep within, when the little children actually go into like the elect. You know, it goes into like in the KJV verse, like the little ones rejoice, not with bodily eyes. Yep. So those people have never seen me, but deep within, they will believe my words.
So if I can land back on the point of value, though, you gotta think about it too. For the little ones, like the actual babies, is gonna be born into the kingdom. Like that's a hell of a legacy to be part of. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, it's
But the one with
the back of
you know what I'm saying? No, you know, just you know.
Oh, damn day, man.
Cuss a lot.
This verse 38. Now, Father Ezra, look with pride at the people you see coming from the east. Look at the leaders I have given them: Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Hosea, Amos, Micah, Joel, Obadiah, Jonah, Nahum.
I can make a point. You have these leaders in the form of this book, man, and in the form of the Bible. You know, the comfort. So you know, you can go into these accounts where you know you have these different sins of our forefathers. You know, you see the Heavenly Father dealing with them by way of wisdom. You know, that these men come back at a reincarnation also, but mainly, you know, it's going into the scriptures. You can sum this up as the Bible, man, what the elder brother read. You know, what scholars call the Tanakh. But now we have the New Testament also. You know?
And the Apocrypha.
Yeah, and the Apocrypha, right.
And that's the volume of the book.
Mm-hmm.
It says Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi, who is also called the Lord's messenger.
Yep. Hey, and it's all in the book. And these were men ordained and selected by Yahweh Bahashim Shai. So the Most High wrote his instructions through his prophets. The Most High transferred his thoughts through his prophets, man.
The Lord Yahweh gave the word. Great was the company those that published it.
Hey, those names you named, they're in these different camps.
That's right, bro.
If you may receive it.
That's right.
Micah, Malachi, Joel, Habakkuk. You think we just regular dudes out here?
Right.
All right. Some of these prophets coming back. Noah.
A not so well known one, Philemon.
Come on, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know.
But then you get the school of the prophets.
Yeah.
I remember the brothers and the elders in Texas, they were like, that's a great millstone, the school of the prophets. Yeah. But hey, everybody is back. Right. If you was a nigga back then, you were a nigga now. Right. If you're a prophet back then, you're a prophet now. All right?
This grand shit.
Right.
You know?
If you was an Edomite back then, Edomite now. Right. All right, everybody's the final scripture. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
It says, this Daniel 12 and 13. But go thou thy way to the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
It's proves reincarnation.
Yeah, bro.
And just like the brother said, all the prophets are back.
Yeah.
And it only makes sense. A lot of them are on this earth because this is the end.
Oh, that's a thing too, because I said, we was going into spectacle and how the Most High don't need us to wake up the people.
Right.
But the other reason why we're here is specifically we're a sign of America being destroyed. Yeah. And this is the first time. All the prophets are back at one time. Most of all of them are back. So what's going to happen when the Most High brought all the prophets back? He brought the whole empire. Yeah, because particularly America, but you got prophets in Europe. Hey, brother, I'm trying to assassinate you, man. Hey, you got prophets in Europe.
Get your hands on my pocket.
Yeah, man. You got prophets in Europe, Australia. what's about to fucking happen?
That's right.
The second death.
Yeah.
We're all spiritually Noah. We're all in the state of Noah, man. Don't you understand? And it's about to be a great desert here. And we're at that point, man. All right? You get it.
Yeah, real quick, water to this point. Forget it. All right, this is the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 16 on down. It's gonna be quick, bro. I'm gonna run through it. Bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples, and I'll wait upon Yahweh Shai that hideth his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him.
How do you hide the face? Take the spirit. Because the face is the presence of the Most High.
The names.
And the name, and like the Elder Cassandra always say, so I'm Apostle Barnes, it's truth or the Holy Spirit starts with the name. Man.
Verse 18, this is the point. Behold, I and the sons whom Yahweh have given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel.
What's the sign of what?
The
What is
end.
it? Come on, man.
The end.
The end. All
And
right.
what do you, how should I say? The only sign you gonna get is the sign, a sign of Jonas. Yeah.
And even the ancient Israelite kings knew about a prophet was walking on tourism. So, oh shit.
Fuck.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So and again, the NLT. All right. The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 18, NLT. I and the sons Yahweh has given me serve as signs and warnings to Israel from Yahweh of heaven's armies who dwells in his temple on Mount
So
Zion.
all you niggas talking about that Yahweh Shai has to come here and have this interpersonal relationship with you. The interpersonal relationship is with the prophet.
Man, the king ain't gotta do shit.
Exactly.
Y'all don't know y'all history. You don't know history. Yahweh Bahashim Shai, well, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are kings.
Right.
So why would you, who are you that the king gotta come talk to your black ass?
So he sends the message.
He said the messenger. Those are the messenger.
Came back King David to pour out his transgressions.
That's right.
Nathan the prophet.
Nathan the prophet.
So you don't know how kings communicate, man.
Yeah.
So the king has spoken, man. Also, because I think you was getting to it some years ago, the king, the men of nobility in the ancient world, they had great feasts, right? And they would invite people to the supper, the masses. So that's like how Shai is breaking down those parables, like that great supper. And he was like, go out and invite as many people you can to the supper, because ancient kings actually did that.
You went into that with King Solomon.
Yeah, yeah. So it's actually another way to put it through the scriptures is that there's a great supper, all right, and the use us to call people to the supper. You know?
If you rejected the invitation, you'd be pissed.
Yep.
You rejected the king's invitation.
Yep. It's an offensive, man.
That's offensive to them.
So guess what?
Now, so it makes sense why all the prophets here within the end times, because it's like a family reunion from the beginning.
Yep.
Think about it,
And it's a great showdown. I know y'all can recall back in wrestling, everybody was in the fucking ring fight.
That's right.
Royal Rumble. Hey, think about that name. Royal Rumble. So the most I got a Royal Rumble. All the prophets are here. He brought all his messages out throughout the whole. The ring is the earth, man.
All prophets ain't mentioned in the Bible.
Nope.
Was Obadiah here like 50 prophets in that in the cave?
Yep.
So like you saying, it's 144 are the true prophets of Yahweh. So hey, they here, man.
Small hats, America, Africa, they the first to be the ring. We're just gonna keep other nations just gonna keep getting tagged in. Coming down the aisle, how niggas first
Gutty boys up there.
the Goldbergs to run to that.
I think probably got lung cancer. You should sit and inhale that damn smoke and shit.
Yeah, you need to run to the ring, man. Y'all trying to be the last one to come to the ring, man, and clear out everything.
What the prophet said, if you smell when your house shot's cooking.
Boy, that's second Ezra 13.
That's it.
You know, Yahweh Shai coming to clear the scene, man. When the smoke clears, man. And we're the exchange, we're the changing empires, man.
That's right.
It's a beautiful time.
And JK, and it's hard, man, but yo, we supposed to be super excited about what's going on in this motherfucker, man. Man, see, I'm looking at these wartime TikTok videos, and my mouth get watering. Mouth get watering, man.
They popped up all this time.
What?
This nigga scrambling. This nigga on the back foot.
And it feels good to just know via the Spirit we was right.
Right.
We've been right for years.
Because starting with the apostles, man,
That's right.
ridiculed, incarcerated, you know what I mean, humiliated, fired, just look, your image being cast down, like, oh, you one of them crazy guys? Women leaving you and shit. Yep. Now look at us, man.
Hey, it's the all scouring.
Yep. But yeah, how much I had to go through humiliation.
That's right.
So we're not greater than our masters. And with that, we're gonna draw this to a closing. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to. Want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops and great millstones as well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba, Shalom.
What do you got on?